This is a guy, may not have the best arm, may not be the biggest guy, but he is the definition of a winner.
Yeah, they've got a 5-star that's waiting in the wings, but he just will not give up the starting position. Nevada won the toss and elected to receive, which should tell you they know that they need to score and tried to play from ahead rather than behind.
Yeah, not only score, make sure they keep the ball out of the hands of the Boise State offense.
Here comes the return. Kai Woods, reserve running back, hits it up to about the 30-yard line. And that's where Brendan Lewis takes over. This is a young man that transferred from Colorado, obviously after the coaching change was made, and he's got tremendous talent and has played well out of Melissa, Texas, a young man that against Colorado State was 20 of 28 for 252. Also rushed for 109 yards. He is an outstanding athlete, maybe the best they have, and you'll see a lot of this alignment tonight, a lot of empty 5 wides on first down. A little comeback route that's overthrown, intended for Jaden Smith, who does have a lot of verticality in his game, but that one was clearly airmailed.
Yeah, just a bit too high, and when you have a receiver that is 6'6" and you throw it high, you know it's too high, right? So you got to settle down, because he had exactly what they wanted. That play's designed to get the ball down the middle of the field, and they had the talented young fella, redshirt freshman Nate Burleson II, screaming down the middle.
This is a team that's been besieged by injuries at running back and tight end. Sean Dollars takes it ahead. For just a couple of yards, he runs right into Alexander Tubner, who is the captain and the green dot, the guy that calls these defenses for their defensive coordinator, Eric Chenander, who took over. And there you see Jeff Choate, who spent 6 years on this staff at Boise State. He's trying to create a culture quite similar to the one here in Reno.
They want to get this talented wide receiver going early. Jaden Smith, number 1 in white.
3rd down and 8. Trouble. Down he goes at the 25. Jaden Virgin Morgan comes through to make the tackle.
Tim, there's a lot going on here, and they talked about doing this, moving guys all over the place, because when you have a talented quarterback that can move, a spy just doesn't work. You want to make sure you run games. You want to do twists and find a way to get to the quarterback and funnel him to the free hitters. They do it there and get him to the ground so they can punt this ball away.
And the team that has more sacks than any other in college football gets an 8-yard sack there. Here's Caples on the return. And Virgin Morgan, by the way, that sack a moment ago was 9 ago. And as we bring out this team, we're going to document for you the Barry Sanders-Ashton Jeanty comparison, which is eye-popping. Listen, I was around in '88. Most of the studio show you may have watched, but you couldn't because you weren't born. Look at this. Check those numbers out, partner. He is on pace to make a move and perhaps bypass Barry Sanders.
Are you suggesting that this may be the new generation Barry Sanders? I get a chance to finally see it.
2.0. 2.0. Our friend Petros Papadakis maybe made the great statement, as he said, you look at that comparison again between those two. Petros was doing the game last week, and he quoted Jake Dickert of Washington State, who after losing to them, their only loss, said if you try to tackle him high, it's like a BB gun off a Sherman tank. Might be the best quote from an opposing coach I've ever heard. 2nd down and 8. And he knows they're keying on him, and he'll still get his 7 or 8 on every carry. He'll get 7 that time. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It's so fun to watch him run, because although he's a home run hitter, he does a nice job of pressing the hole and getting in spaces. And the one thing you will see is guys bouncing off of him like a BB off of a tank, because he is one of the best tackle breakers in the country.
Strong, Camper, and Caples had a field day last week.
They saw that run, and they said, we're going to add a few more guys into the box.
And there goes Ashton Jeanty. ahead for the first down, 2 yards behind ahead of the line to make.
In the open, I spoke about last week and how impressed I was with him without the ball, but I was also impressed with his ability to just take those 2 or 3 yards, right? Even though he's in the midst of a Heisman race, he doesn't go and try to create things that aren't there all the time where you could take lost plays, and that's why this team is so good, because they don't take negative plays.
Madsen looking beautiful to Caples, incomplete. Only he could make that catch.
That's not a bad job by number 33, Stone Combs, who's looking up the wide receiver coming from the other side of the field, right? He turns his back to the quarterback, goes to find his drop zone, and he's the reason that ball is incomplete.
Still, only he had an opportunity to catch it. Kane Ione, the defensive coordinator, said that their defensive backfield would have to be at their absolute best tonight. And there goes Breezy Dubar in the game. Number 1, this is a young man with a lot of talent, sophomore from Anna, Texas, ahead for 5.
Yeah, he was really good a year ago as a freshman, and this year he just hasn't been able to shake the injury bug, lower body things that are holding him back. But they said he's finally healthy, he's looked good in practice, and he's getting his opportunity here early in the game.
3rd down and 5, which with Genty is always a run-pass conflict in ways that other teams could not deliver for the opposition. He'll stay in and block this time. Madsen's pass, crossing pattern caught to tight end Lauder. Matt Lauder, redshirt junior from San Diego, with a first down.
It's a nice job there in man-to-man coverage, but Cobb loses his man. He tries to go, and they try to exchange responsibilities, and it just doesn't work out. And it's a nice catch by number 85, Matt Lauder. I'd really love to see Madsen and his ability to be accurate and play on time, because when you add that to the way Genty runs the ball, this team seems unbeatable.
Genty way back in the pistol formation there, bringing back some memories of Chris Alt when he was running the Nevada offense and had Colin Kaepernick as his quarterback. Combs and Cobb collaborate on the stop for the Wolfpack. You know, if you can only give up, say, 2 or 3 yards on first down, that's an advantage for the defense, because this is a team that's accustomed to being in 2nd and short most of the time with Genty. Madsen to Lauder again. Nice adjustment by Lauder, too. A little pirouette to get it inside the 30 for another first down.
It's a natural pick created here, and Lauder's just outside, completely uncovered, because wide receiver number 9, Cameron Camper, he runs inside, and he doesn't block the guys, but he stands kind of in their way, and when he's in their way, they can't get outside to stop the flat route.
Extra tight end in the game. On first down, that's Caples in motion. And there he goes. Keaton Crawford makes the tackle. What a jitterbug maneuver that was.
Ashton Genty is a low. You're going to get pullers coming around to make sure they get in front of the leading rusher in the country. I mean, he is a guy that's not going to be brought down by one guy. I'm just telling you, and when you try to go low, he's already built with a low center of gravity, and he starts to go a little lower and picks up that first down.
Trips up to the top of your screen. It could get a first down at the 1. Why not? Inside the 5 to the 4. His average per tote this year is 8 yards per carry. That beats his previous record of 6.6 yards a season ago.
It's so fun to watch him be patient when he gets the football, right? He has the burst to just get it and go, right? But he also has that patience that you want to see with those square shoulders to make sure he allows his blocks to develop. You saw a great example of it there.
Pitch to the wide side. Hello, how do you do? We do have a marker down, so hold everything.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a hold on the tight end, and I really don't like it, Tim. I think this is just a one man overpowering another man, but the referees are, I think, going to get him for holding.
Jonathan Noley is our referee.
Holding. Offense number 81. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Now they're going to get Austin Bolt, number 81,
there
on
he is,
Keaton
right
Crawford.
There. Right, he's going to get up to the second level, and he's running his feet. And, I mean, I think he's finishing him, Tim.
They don't have a little jersey around that shoulder pad, but I'm with you. That
when you're playing football, you're grabbing jerseys, right? Yeah. You're going to grab some jersey, and the defender is falling down because he's being forced to the ground by the wide receiver.
How dare they eliminate him? How do you do? I mean, how dare
they did that to you. I can't believe it. I can't believe you're okay with it. You kind of backed him by saying a little bit of jersey.
Madsen underneath. It's caught. It's Lauder. It's touchdown.
This is a well-designed play and a great call by Coach Cutter. You're going to see right here the tight end blocking 1,000, 2,000. Then he releases, and it's not quite a throw back. However, it's a screen, and he is wide open to run into the end zone. I remember my old offensive coordinator, Al Borges. We had a little throwback screen in the game plan week to week, and that was very similar for a touchdown.
Al Borges is being honored with the 94 team some 30 years later here tonight. 5th touchdown reception for the tight end, Matt Lauder. And it's 7-0 for the boys in blue. Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Well, the Mad Dog takes them right down for the 8th consecutive time in a game they score on their opening series. 5 of those have been touchdowns, 68 yards on 12 plays. Mostly Gente, but after the touchdown run was negated, they went inside with a little bubble screen look to the tight end Lauder. Well, Saturday spread sponsored by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. May your game day be delicious. Well, you can call it a shakedown Saturday because Miami is gone from unbeatens. And oh, by the way, Indiana holding on against your Wolverines 20-15. They're 10-0. I think Cignetti will take that. Colorado does come from behind. They were down 13-0 in the game that preceded us. And how about that win for Ole Miss? The Rebels take down Georgia with what has to be the biggest win for Lane Kiffin since he took over in Oxford. Brendan Lewis runs the option, and he gets it past the 30. So a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Hassanin, we'll call his name a lot, number 91, along with Ty Benefield, the free safety, combine on the stop.
That formation that you just saw in that triple option type of offense, that's what defensive coordinator Eric Chenander said worries him the most about this offense, because it's so difficult to have all those options with such a dynamic quarterback in the run and the pass game.
Dollars lost it. Wisely just gets on top of it way back at the 15-yard line. That could have been disastrous. A loss of 13. Well, you get behind the sticks against this defense, the way they come after people, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and it's number 5, Virgin Morgan, who gets in and just strains and gets that hand in there to get the ball out, and it starts to bounce in. And like you said, a very nice job by Dollar to make sure that he gets on that football and not try to pick it up and make a bad play worse.
3rd and 18. And a wise choice to just hand off to Dollars, get it back near the line of scrimmage, a yard shy of it at the 24. Andrew Simpson the stop, and it'll be a punt formation. You don't want to play from 2 scores behind, but in this situation, they're just happy to get to punt it after that loss of 13.
You're absolutely right.
been a rough year on Jeff Choate. When you think back to their start of the season, how close they came to beating SMU, and you can make a case after Miami's loss today that SMU is the odds-on favorite to win the ACC. Then they got banged up, lost tight ends, lost running backs. Caples on the return. 40-yard boot and a 10-yard return. Boise, Idaho. They love them here. Home to a lot of championships. And look at Josh Sims working pregame for those guys in the studio in Los Angeles. We'll be back. Fox College Football is sponsored by Geico. Get more with Geico. Well, the last two running backs to win the Heisman Trophy, both out of Alabama. And how about Ashton Jeanty making his way to New York City?
Yeah, Tim, did you play a little bit of this Mike Tyson knockout, right?
I do remember it.
He's on his road to New York, and he's just punching away, right? Little elimination, a loss against Oregon, but some people say they should have won it, but it just continues to punch and punch. The right hook, the left hook, and then you thought that San Diego State slowed him down 37 yards in the first half? Forget about it. 149 to finish the game, and he is on his way to New York.
He is indeed. And that's whether he gets up. You know, you could hold him down to maybe 100 a game, possibly, and think you should give the defense the game ball afterwards. But the amazing thing about him is his background. His story off the field is actually about the only thing that rivals his talent on the field.
Yeah.
He remains the lone setback. Play fake to him. And the pass is incomplete. Latrell Caples again, the intended receiver. You know, he had an Achilles problem. He's been a little bit banged up, but now he's coming on to get the job done. And even Cameron Camper, who might be better after the catch than even Caples, had a tremendous game last week in the victory over San Diego State.
Yeah, both those guys produced well, but Caples, 3 touchdowns, and those all 3 touchdowns that he has on the season.
Jeanty picking them up, putting them down. Finally hauled down by Keaton Crawford.
This is what we like to call winner box, right? You can get up to the second level and make sure you clear it out for your Heisman candidate. And when you have that much space, any guy can run through it, even old Tim Brando over here. So you know, if it's Ashton Jeanty, he's almost to the house. I know he's probably thinking, I probably should have gotten the end zone here, huh?
Yeah. Even if he got an angle on, he's thinking he's going to score. 8 carries, 88 yards already for him. Out of the shotgun. And the Mad Dog pulls it down and totes it himself, gets it inside the 5 to about the 4, where it'll be second and goal. Stone Combs comes up to pop him.
Yeah, Maddox Madsen there, he had the option of throwing it out to Jeanty if they leave the box with him. And the interesting thing there, Nevada did leave the box, right? I'm sure he assumed that the linebacker would run outside, but they stayed inside and they had enough guys to deal with that quarterback draw.
So number 4 gets 4 to the 4.
Left side of the line is a little skimpy.
Jeanty, it'll take more than one hit. Touchdown. Hello, how do you do? Okay, I'm done with my quota for the night.
This is one-on-one Oklahoma drill. Number 28 is going to come into your screen free. Torrey Daffin, and boom, that's it. There's nothing there, and he drives his legs and doesn't even ever go to the ground for a touchdown, his first on the night.
Jeanty's 21st rushing touchdown this year, 22nd overall. 21, by the way, passes up the 2015 number for Jeremy McNichols for 5th most touchdowns in a season at Boise State. He needs just 2 more to pass the 2016 recipient. We've made some comparisons to Barry. How about this one?
Yeah, this is like the old Oklahoma drill.
Yeah, and this is Earl Campbell over Isaiah Robertson way back in the day, okay? I'm talking that kind of power. I mean, it was just amazing.
But Tim, Torrey Daffin is at a disadvantage. 5'8", 175 pounds. I mean, what can you do there? He did all he could. He's in position, but there's nothing you can do with that man running at you.
I'd say the weight differential is similar to that of Campbell versus Isaiah Robertson. For more on Genty, let's go down to Josh.
Well, guys, the thing about this Ashton Genty guy is just the way his teammates rally around him. They talk about the fact that he has every right to kind of be a little bit cocky with the way he's playing, being one of the Heisman favorites. We're talking to Maddox Matson this week. He's like, look, he is the first guy to be a team-first guy. He's a guy that buys gift cards for his offensive linemen. The best part about him, not the way he plays on the field, but just the type of guy he is.
Yeah, he talked to Chris Peterson earlier today. I saw it between games, our colleague at Fox, and he talked about the legacy that he wants to leave here, what it meant to him. He turned down a lot of money to go elsewhere, and they know that. Sean Dollars gets ahead for 5 yards, and the young man that got him again was Jaden Virgin Morgan, who's been all over the place early on from that edge rushing position. They've got two bookend defensive ends, Virgin Morgan 5 and Hassani 91, that are about as good as you'll find in college football.
Yeah, those two guys are super impressive, and they together, they both have 16 tackles behind the line of scrimmage apiece. I mean, obviously that number is going up today because Morgan continues to make plays, but that's the type of bookends that you want when you want to have a good defense.
They'll play a lot of dime package tonight as Dollars gets to the edge. Sean Dollars, the redshirt senior from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
You talk a little dime package, Dollars gets the ball, and a nice gain of 26 just around the edge. When you have those bookends, you expect that the edge will be set, but they move them inside in an odd front. And so now you have Rodney Robinson, a safety at the edge setter, and he doesn't do a very good job.
A great call by Matt Lubick, the offensive coordinator. It sounds like a name you recognize, Sonny Lubick's son. Hassani makes the tackle on Sean Dollars that time. They lost a yard. So it'll be second down and 11 to go. Matt Lubick, a coach that's been going through a great deal, battling cancer, going through chemotherapy while still calling the plays for this Nevada team. I know his father, Sonny, is awfully proud of him. Second down, 11. Out of the shotgun, Lewis. Wide receiver screen to Bellin. Marcus Bellin gets out and has a first down beyond the 35 and to the 31-yard line. They'll mark it. Ty Benefield pushed him out.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, and watch number 8 in white, Cortez Braham Jr., who last week had 141 yards receiving on 9 catches, and this time you see him as a blocker. This play does not work if at the point of attack you're not strong with your wide receivers in the blocking game. He does a nice job of being a great teammate and creating that big game.
Braham was a transfer from Hutchinson Community College, one of the best JCs you'll find. Ramsier is in the backfield now with Lewis. Oh, look at that to Bellin again. And another first down. This is a series that they really needed offensively.
You got soft coverage, so you just throw the hitch outside, and the rest of this is all Bellin. He's finding his way, make one guy miss, and after that, there's nobody there, and a nice pickup.
If you can eliminate the pass rush, Devin, this secondary is probably the most vulnerable part of their defense.
And Tim, the way you eliminate the pass rush is by quick throws, right? Bubble screens, hitch routes. Get that ball out quickly and allow your quarterback to see the defense and not have to see that rush.
Ashton Hayes has joined forces with Dollars in the backfield. Look at this from Lewis. Touchdown, Nevada. Now you know why they say he's the best athlete on the field for Nevada, Brendan Lewis.
So good. This play is supposed to go to the right, but he winds it back and finds an empty space with a little jump cut there. And that's so impressive to see, because when you have that Q power, you're supposed to read the front side in, right? If that end goes to the running back, you take it and essentially replace him. Well, they're the talented athletes. They see that backside cut. He gets to it and gets in the end zone.
Matt Killam nursing an injury, unable to go, but Kian Afute boots through the extra point to make it a 14-7 game. That drive had explosives, 26-17, 14 and 14-yard plays, and Lewis capped it off. Fox College Football is sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years. That was a remarkable return to sender drive.
Oh, yeah.
By this Nevada team.
An outstanding response, and it's exactly what we expected. If they're going to be in this game, it's going to be on the arm and legs of Brendan Lewis. And on that drive, it was on full display, tapped off with that outstanding run for a touchdown.
Dylan Riley is back deep. From the goal line. And upended at the 28-yard line. Primetime Big Ten showdown on Fox College Football Friday coming up. Connor Onion and Mark Helfrich will be back at it next Friday when UCLA faces the noise and the rowdy nation of Washington. One of the most magnificent locations for any game. The action kicks off under the lights Friday night at 9 Eastern on Fox. Just your typical new Big Ten matchup.
Have you gotten used to it yet, Tim?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that I really like is how many more intersectional big-time matchups as a result we've got in the college game. Nothing doing this time for Gentile, very little. And I'd say a number of guys of the Wolfpack arrived and did so in a bad humor. Everybody knows what's coming, and you still can't stop it. To me, that's the true measure of greatness.
Yeah, and his greatness, like Josh talked about earlier, goes far beyond just running the football and catching the football, man. It was so cool to talk to him yesterday on the Blue because he's just glowing with excitement, not because of how well he's doing, but how well this team is doing and the rest of his teammates.
Second down. Madsen's pass is picked off. He did not see the safety, who was in perfect position. Torrey Daffin, who was trucked by Ashton Jeanty at the goal line, now has his own highlight he can talk about. And that'll be one of the easiest interceptions he'll ever have.
Take a look right here. He absolutely confuses Madsen. He starts to go, take the half, and then he comes back and robs the tight end coming across the field. And the ball is high, and tips and overthrows are the Cardinals' sin, and you have to make an offense pay. Nevada makes Boise State pay there.
There was some pressure coming off the backside, but not enough. That was just an errant throw. He'd love to have that one back. That's the second interception for Daffin. Nevada's 10th this season, and getting some takeaways was something that their defensive coordinator talked to us a great deal about. Kane Ione, their defensive coordinator, said, well, one of the three keys for us has got to be takeaways. And that's number one, and it'll give them a chance to tie it when we start the second in a moment. Number two has looked good early, big time, but Nevada has responded. Pacific Life Game Summary, sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 160 years. You could say the two number twos are doing just fine, thank you. Lewis and Jeanty, the keys for both of these offenses early on. As we start the second quarter, Tim Brando, Devin Gardner, Josh Sims with you here on Fox. Happy you joined us.
Tim, you've seen this Nevada offense have some success with Brendan Lewis in the run game. Look for defensive coordinator Eric Chinander, they call him Chins, to get those safeties down into the box a little faster to make sure that they take that away.
Get rid of that ball quickly. Back shoulder to Bellin. Boy, this guy has been resourceful, hasn't he? My goodness. He's got a quick burst when he gets it. I think they're going to give him 9 yards. He'll be a yard shy of a first down.
Yeah, you get it out quick. You got a free hitter. You know where he's coming from. You get the ball outside, and those safeties are stuck inside, right? So by the time they get out there, Bellin has already got a head of steam. Even the ball's behind. He catches it, makes a move, and picks up a nice gain again.
I mean, even with that quick throw, Hassanin was all over him.
Yeah.
Third down, a yard to go. There go trips up at the top of your screen. Dollars is the setback. A little quarterback counter. Ooh, a nice spin move by Lewis inside the 40 to the 38 for first down. Andrew Simpson, the redshirt junior, with the tackle. Gain of 6.
It's a nice job by Lubick. Just a little lead. Get your running back out in front, and your most talented football player on offense, you let him get behind him and pick up 1 yard.
Without Patrick Wargo, who, by the way, was an all-conference performer at Boston College before he transferred over, injured himself, had to have surgery after being injured about 3 weeks ago. They're doing this with backups and Brandon Lewis in the backfield. Lewis has to let it fly, and does, and coming back to the ball beautifully was Jaden Smith. See where they mark him, just a couple of yards shy of a first down, so a gain of 8.
I mean, this was a really nice job of making what I love to call that combat catch, right? A defender all over you, a nice strong catch. But how about this route? You've seen double moves. Well, here's a triple, double, that way, this way, going back, going that way. Oh, no, I'm going back to the ball. I mean, how do you cover that? A nice job of Brendan Lewis, who makes it possible by extending the play with his legs.
He had a Marion McCoy doing the Watusi trying to keep up with him. 2nd and 2. Fade pattern going deep for Braham. Incomplete. Saw the opportunity on a streaking sideline route. That's Devon Banks, number 20, in coverage.
And you can see those corners are going to be on the island from time to time because, like I talked about, those safeties have to get down to make sure they keep Brendan Lewis, the quarterback, in check. And if you're Braham, you want to try and leave a little bit more space on the sideline for your quarterback to phase you away from the defender. Just because you're not completely open doesn't mean you can't be open, but you have to have that 5-yard buffer on the sideline.
You saw Coach Chins, as you mentioned, Chinander, as Sean Dollars had it on the ground. I think Boise believes they got it. The ball loose just inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos say they've got it. But it's taking a while for the pile to unravel.
And this will suck a lot of air out of this Nevada team if they do, because this will be the second fumble by Dollars, and it goes off the back of his own offensive lineman. That's an unforced error, right? You didn't do anything if you were Boise State except recover the football. If you're Dollars, you have to have much better ball security. You've got it rolling against a juggernaut in Boise State, and you cannot continue to give the ball away. He gives it away there.
Marco Notriani, 53, covered it up. And so Spencer Danielson's team gets the ball right back just when Nevada was in position to tie this baby up. 53 with the pilfer. Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Tim, he missed it.
Yeah, I'm sad to say.
He's got to get lower.
Yeah, that opportunity to go to Westminster just went awry.
Oh, and then he fumbled it.
Yeah.
Did they glue it to the turf?
Madsen to Lauder. He already has a touchdown tonight. And he stumbles forward. A couple of yards shy of the first down. Austin Arnautu, number 44, with the stop.
It's a nice job quickly seeing that he can get to his check down because everybody, the coverage lifted, and so now he can get right to his check down and pick up a nice gain.
Genty, he got wrapped around the head area. Thomas Whitty took him down. I think it was a legal hit around the neck, just above the shoulder pads, but it looked a lot worse to the naked eye as it happened. That's just a strong right arm, folks, and
Tim,
legal.
And not strong enough, right? He breaks that tackle and then goes to get the first down. It's so impressive to watch, right? That's a tackle that usually the guy that it's getting tackled like that, he goes to the ground. They call it a clothesline. You know, I love wrestling. And he doesn't go to the ground. He continues to move forward and pick up a first down.
Genty. Another 10 or 11. You know, he just got his 21st touchdown a moment ago, which also put him at 7 rushing touchdowns. Just 7 rushing touchdowns off Jay Ajayi's Boise State season record of 28. That was set 10 years ago. He now has 107 yards on 10 carries tonight.
I mean, he is a workhorse, and it's really impressive. Even though, you know, everybody's seen it all season, it's still impressive to watch, especially in person.
Jambreeze is his given name. They call him Breezy. He's in the backfield now. And look at this naked bootleg action. And there goes the Mad Dog. Has the first down at the 37 of the Wolfpack.
And do you see the reaction of the defense? Even with Jambreeze, like you said, they call him Breezy in the game. They react to him trying to get the ball because guess what? He's one of those next guys up. He is the highest rated recruit in the history of Boise State football when he came in a year ago. And though he's been hurt, he's got great speed, right? So when you see him getting to the outside, you got to make sure you beat him over the top. And when they do that, it allows for that naked bootleg to be wide open for Madsen.
Madsen now 4 of 7 in the air. Does have a touchdown, and the unfortunate pick a moment ago. Ball's on the ground. It's on the ground. Genty, that's a rarity. It's on the ground, and Nevada comes out of there with it. Stone Combs, number 33, recovers it. Well, that's the first fumble recovery for this team all season long. Their first of the year, and they get it off the sure hands of number 2, Ashton Genty.
Yeah, number 32, Dylan LaBarbera comes in and pokes it out with his hand, and 33 picks it up. Stone Combs was cold with that recovery.
Want some football trivia? Just ask Siri. Which coach has the most college football championships?
We'll ponder that for a brief time. Well, they had forced 7 fumbles but had not recovered any, this Nevada team, until then. And Chubba Purdy has come into the game at quarterback, number 13. That's right, the brother of Brock Purdy. Transferred in from Nebraska. They've used him some at wide receiver. And a quick pitch to Kai Woods. And Woods gets it out ahead to about the 39 before he's banged out of bounds. These two teams, you'll notice how physical they get. There's a lot of history between these two programs. And, of course, a head coach on the other side that spent 6 years at Boise State knows all too well how they're wired here. Choate spent some time at Texas, too, where he worked with Pete Kwiatkowski, among others. Also at UW with Chris Peterson. Brendan Lewis has checked back into the game at the 39. And there goes Caleb Ramsier. And Ramsier gets it ahead to about the 40-yard line. Let's go back to that fumble, partner.
Yeah, take a look. And this hasn't been a problem to this point in the season, but the ball is in the left hand, right? And that's the hand that's heavily wrapped with the brace on it, and you can see he has good ball security, and then it's punched out there. So, right, pay attention to that. Having that ball in that hand with the brace on it, it looks like it's maybe a problem moving forward.
So Purdy remains in the game, as does Brendan Lewis. And now Purdy comes out flanked to the bottom of your screen. Pass is caught. Quick look in, taken by Jaden Smith for the first down, out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 7. And Lewis absorbed quite a blow that time.
Yeah, he's getting the ball out quickly, but not quick enough, right? He still takes his shot. This ball comes out quick, but they are getting to him fairly quickly. Hits his hand on the back of his offensive lineman, and you can see him grabbing it right away. But what I really love from offensive coordinator Matt Lubick is his intentionality to get the ball to Jaden Smith. I talked to him over the week, and I asked, is it a point that you have to make to get the ball to one of your more talented receivers? He said, yes, we waited way too long a week ago.
Dollars with a pirouette act. Will get him about a yard, and that's it. Second down and 9. Zion Washington, number 21, coming up. And he comes in for Tubner, and when he does, he calls the shots, and we've got an injured Bronco. I think it's Tubner. It's down on the field. They have moved Tubner into the dime position, and then Washington comes in to play safety, so they were both in the game simultaneously, and they're looking at that left knee of Alexander Tubner. 6th-year player. They got a lot of experience on this side of the ball. An elite player in the Mountain West, an original walk-on. Looks like Tubner's going to be okay. You know, Jeff Choate told us sometimes records can be deceiving. There's a lot of good things happening with this team that's still looking for its first conference win, in large measure because of Matt Lubick, the son of Sonny Lubick. A big reason for this improvement over the past 2 seasons. We'll tell you more about his story in just a moment. Ramseyer's come into the backfield now.
The safeties are starting to get down into the box, and there's going to be shots available down the field if they want them. Jaden Smith to the top of the screen.
On 2nd and 9, ahead goes Caleb. He runs into Virgin Morgan, number 5. Think about this. It was October 7th. That's a date a lot of people remember for different reasons. He began treatment after being diagnosed with leukemia on that very date and was hired by Jeff Choate, his former teammate at Montana Western, after he got the head coaching position. And they had contingency plans if he could not go. Former Syracuse OC Mike Lynch was going to help out depending on Lubick's availability, but he has been one of the great inspirational stories of this young Nevada rebuild. And here goes Lewis again. And he's got the first down to the 40, but we'll have to check a marker back at the 45-yard line.
Holding, offense number 78. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Those of you that remember the holding, it was an easy one to see this time, Devin.
Yeah, it's right there in the middle of your screen. You can see he kind of gets a little knock back there, and he starts to grab to make sure that he doesn't get to Lewis. And the thing about it is that's a really good call by Luby, because you don't have enough guys in the box for Boise State, and Lewis can run the quarterback draw, and it's a shame that it's called back because of the hold.
Choate, obviously a defensive-minded head coach, really in an advantageous position with a guy that's as seasoned as Matt Lubick running his offense.
You got an opportunity, a one-on-one to the top of your screen with the tight end.
This out pattern, a big league throw to Braham, pretty close to the first down, about a yard away.
And I think you go. I think that there's no question that you go for this because you're close enough, and Brendan Lewis has been outstanding, and this is a big league throw. On time, outside, and he has a chance under pressure. He's been under pressure all day, and he's stood in the fight, taken the hits, and made the throws.
Well, they're 10 out of 22 this season, 45% on 4th down. And here they go. Uh-oh, look at this. Ramseyr off the flea flicker. Touchdown. Big time. Wolfpack touchdown, 44 yards. Bellin on the receiving end after the pass from Ramseyr. Ramseyr to Bellin. Bellin makes the play, then throws it to Ramseyr for the touchdown.
Yeah, and it's just a pitch play. You're going to get around here, and the culprit is right here. He's standing there in that kind of cock position, and nobody covers him, right? He's wide open, and then the rest of it is all him. He catches the ball, gets down the field, and makes sure he gets in the end zone.
That is Ramsey's first touchdown reception. It comes off a flea flicker, and the throw by Marcus Bellin. And just watching this, you got to know he played some quarterback, right? Number 18?
Yeah, maybe.
You gotta know. You got to know.
He's wide open here, Tim. I mean, anybody can make this throw, but it's a nice job of making sure that he gets in the hands of Ramseyr, and Ramseyr does an outstanding job of breaking tackles, ducking, dodging, and getting into the end zone.
Only his 3rd catch of the season, Ramseyr. And by the way, I'm sure Bellin's not wearing 18 because he loved Peyton Manning or Randy Vataha. I guarantee you, he played some high school quarterback. Maybe some junior, maybe middle school. There's no doubt in my mind.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got to think that.
How about Nevada coming in to Boise on the blue?
Well, Drive Summary is sponsored by the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Tune in on December 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern here on Fox. Well, this game suddenly got a little more interesting and entertaining.
100%.
Did you even know who Randy Vataha was?
No.
I didn't think so.
I usually don't know.
That's why I mentioned Peyton Manning.
You reference so many different guys, and it's like, you know. But I'll let you go, you right? I'll let you have it.
I thought so. Cameron Bates takes it up to the 28. So now let's see if this favored by a bundle Boise State team can respond. That's the first fumble lost for Ashton this season. But you were right, partner, that he's had a banged-up arm for a while. He's played through a lot of pain in the last couple of games. And
you can see his hand there is also wrapped up. And, and it hasn't been a problem to this point in the season, but you saw on that last fumble that it was.
Dylan Riley is in the backfield as we open this series. And he gets it out to just shy of the 30. Stone Combs has been making a lot of stone tackles.
Yeah, Stone Combs has been stone cold, right? He stops him right there in the hole and makes sure that he doesn't get any of that extra yards that you always see from Boise State running backs.
Genty back on the field. Interesting formation here as Lauder goes in motion, moves into the slot right. Madson's pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage and went flailing away from its intended receiver.
And I'm just telling you, Tim, he's lucky it was tipped because the safety was roaming over to make an interception down the field. He tries to get down the middle late. Going down the middle late is never a good idea. He's trying to get down to the post, and that safety was ready to rob it. So it's actually good that that ball was tipped.
Tanner Vaughn, 96, was the guy that got it at the line of scrimmage and tipped it away. Division II transfer. Genty remains the setback. Madson's pass is incomplete. Into tight quarters for Prince Strawn, but it was catchable.
Yeah, it was just a bit high, but that's a catch that Strong can make, and I like the throw from Maddox Masson. What I love the most is Maddox getting into the fight, right, climbing into the pocket and then driving that ball over the linebacker and down where Strong can make the catch. That's something that I know that Strong can do. We've seen him make those great catches, saw him do it in practice, and you expect him to make that play for Madsen.
He may have heard some footsteps from the safety coming in. He was going to be, I don't know how that wasn't blocked. Here comes Marcus Bellin, and there he goes down immediately. He decided to give it a try, but no way, no how. He was nailed immediately. Looked like Benfield was down there.
Well, let's see how it wasn't blocked.
This one just, I mean, right through the wickets.
It was close.
Yep.
It was close.
That was Keaton Crawford.
Not to see it from that angle. It wasn't that close.
In real time, it looked close to me.
Yeah, from this angle, it's good. But then when you get that back angle, it's like, he got it out fine.
From the 26, first down. Suddenly in a tie game with 5 and change remaining. And this capacity crowd on blackout night has got a much closer game than they anticipated. Bellin, who's been superb and used in a variety of ways, is dragged down, and he's slow to get up by Rodney Robinson at the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. They'll just give him a yard, so 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and this is not unfamiliar territory for Nevada. They've played
a lot of close
games this season. They just haven't figured out how to finish these games. But they have a chance right here, a chance to go down and take the lead against the 12th-ranked Boise State Broncos.
They were a much different team in September than they are roster-wise in November. Wide receiver screen. That's Marcus Ashley. Not much this time, ahead for maybe 3. Look at those close losses. SMU may win the ACC.
Yeah, 4 of their 7 losses came by 5 points or fewer, right? This could be a different team as far as the record is concerned. And what I loved about Coach Choate, he knows what he has, and he understands that they are not that far away. If they can come in to Boise and play hard and play tough, then they have a chance. And he knows how hard it is to come in here on the blue and get a win.
3rd and 7. Pressure up the middle. He needs to get rid of it. And has an answer in Sean Dollars. And it's a good thing he was there. Amarion McCoy makes the stop because if he had not been outside the box and didn't get that ball to the line of scrimmage, there would have been a penalty. He winds up getting only 3 yards, but trust me, he's happy to get that 3. A little room before the punt formation coming up for Guy Gillespie.
And that's a positive play for Brendan Lewis. A bunch of pressure coming, and he's able to get outside, and he starts to throw it away, but he has the poise, and he sees dollars, and he just gets him a little soft throw so he can try to pick up yardage. But a nice job of Boise finding a way to get and make that stop.
Spencer Danielson was prophetic, wasn't he? When he talked to us, he said, you're going to get everybody's best shot at fair catches made by Caples. This is a driven Nevada team that believes now that they can hang with number 12 Boise State, and why not? Brendan Lewis right now is competing for most outstanding player honors in this game along with Ashton Jeanty. He has been the real deal in this game.
Yeah, and these two offenses have been mirror images of each other. 175 yards of offense for Nevada and 173 total yards for Boise State.
3 and change remaining. Let's see what Boise State can do. Maddox Madsen at the controls. This one is caught. A seam route by Lauder, the tight end, who's been a favorite target in this half, without question, number 85.
I saw them working on this in practice, and he threw it perfect in practice, and he throws it perfect again, almost from the exact spot on the field. They call that a stick pump. It's kind of an out and up by the tight end. He runs, shows his eyes out, and then catches the ball up the seam.
Quick pitch to Jeanty, and he's in trouble. That one was diagnosed very quickly by Nevada. That's LaBarbera, 32, who had that strip that turned into a fumble recovery moments ago, number 32 in white.
All right, so stick pump, you go out and then you go up the field, right? You faked out, eyes to the quarterback is very important, and then you wrap it right around in a perfect throw by Maddox Madsen.
Maddox, by the way, his first name, named after Greg Maddox, Hall of Fame pitcher of the Atlanta Braves. See if he's got an out pitch right here. Little deke and a screen out to Jeanty, and again, Nevada read it very quickly. Hard to get him down with that first tackler, though. 2 yards maybe for Ashton, who can catch passes as well as run with it. We've got a 2-minute timeout with the score tied at 14. Nothing coming easily in November, even if you've got perhaps the best player in college football, and Boise State may have just that. Fox College Football is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more. That was Kellen Moore, a finalist for the Heisman in the year that Superman came away with it. That was also Andrew Luck in that picture.
LaMichael James out of
Yeah,
Oregon.
it was LaMichael James, absolutely. Who lost to Superman in the national championship. LaMichael, of course, with the Oregon Ducks. Little shallow cross complete to Cameron Camper, and he gets it into Nevada territory, but it will be 4th down. 4th and 7 after a pickup of 8. 4th and 5, I should say.
And they're bringing out Ashton Jeanty to go for it here.
And whenever he's out there, too, that's the other great thing about him, because he's such a big play runner.
Yeah.
You do have a run-pass conflict, even on 4th down when he's out there.
And one thing that I've seen throughout this game, he's been open and had opportunities in the pass game. They just haven't gotten it to him just yet. And so look for that here on this 4th down.
They have 11 straight 4th downs, 9 for 9 in their last 3 games. Well, while we have a moment, let's check in with Mike
coming
Hill
up on the State Farm halftime.
night.
4th-ranked Miami is undefeated no more. Number 3 Georgia on upset alert as well in Oxford. And Alabama faces LSU in a potential elimination game. Big games. We got it all for you at the half, Tim and Devin. We'll see you then.
Oh, man, he's fired up. He wanted to get in there quickly.
Yeah.
Sarge ready to go on this Veterans Day that we have coming up. We certainly want to give our best to one of the outstanding veterans that we can call a colleague, Mike Hill.
Like I spoke about, you expect on a 4th and 5 that you'll get man-to-man coverage from Nevada's defense, right? And if you have that, you have Ashton Jeanty, one of the most talented players in the country, with an opportunity in one-on-one with a linebacker. And so him in the passing game on this down is something that I will have high alert for if I'm Nevada.
Boise State was 4 out of 4 2 weeks ago against UNLV, and they needed to be in that game. It's an interesting formation, isn't it? Looks like they're trying to draw them off. And Nevada was up to it.
Their first time out of the half, it'll be 30 seconds.
Why not give it a try? And you see 4th down and 5 still remaining. Now for a quick message from Hampton by Hilton.
Welcome to Hampton by Hilton. Big game tomorrow. You guys ready? Oh, we're ready, Gus.
Which way's our room?
Bring it in. 301, 2 queens, best sleep guaranteed.
So comfy.
Nailed it. 1, 2, 3. Bravo!
Syrup.
They're hungry for the win.
Big time.
When you're playing to win, it matters where you stay. Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Rumors were that Klatt thought it was an all-you-could-eat breakfast at the Hampton.
You love a good all-you-can-eat breakfast, right?
I've had my fair share.
That's right.
They decided to punt it away after trying to draw them.
Ball start. Offense number 43. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th.
Now they got a little room to work with. A little more room to work with after the false start.
Well, you suspect they didn't really want that room because they called a timeout,
Correct.
right? They would have just taken a penalty, so that's not something they did on purpose, I don't think.
I'm a little surprised they didn't follow the analytics and go for it on 4th down. Ferguson Reynolds. And they get what they want out of it, a 42-yard boot. Here is a recap for what Nevada has accomplished here in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, you're probably wondering, well, tie score, Nevada, Boise State, the juggernaut, how? Well, it's because of these quick throws. They're getting the ball out extremely quick, and they're able to move the ball down the field. And then the legs of the talented quarterback, Brendan Lewis, making a play, making multiple guys on that Boise State defense miss to get in the end zone. And then you had the big 4th down attempt with a pitch, a throw, and a catch and run for a touchdown.
Which is exactly what a team with an 0-4 conference record and 3-7 overall is likely to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sean Dollars remains the setback. I don't think they're going to be very satisfied with a tie game at the break. So they'll just run out the clock here. The ball located where it is. You know, Genty, since that fumble, has not been nearly as effective running the football.
Yeah, but let us not forget, we've seen this story a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
we
saw
have.
it last week. In this game, he's well past what he had a week ago at the halfway point.
37 yards at halftime last week. A big noon Saturday is back and on to Boulder after their huge win at Texas Tech today. Heisman favorite Travis Hunter and Colorado face historic rival Utah for the Rumble in the Rockies. Kick off your day at 10 a.m. with the best pregame party in football. Then it's Utah, Colorado at noon, only on Fox. That was some scene they had in Lubbock today. I know those Texas Tech fans left disappointed, but what a marvelous setting, though, they had there in the Pump Jack country of West Texas.
But how about the reason they were disappointed?
Yeah.
Right? Colorado, they're number 2 in the Big 12.
Huge.
They've got a real shot.
And
nobody would have guessed that.
All the daggers coming Deion's way from the media have ceased and desisted. Lewis. Boy, he's running tough. He's running tough. That's Ty Benfield again, wrapping him up. He stayed in bounds, so they're just going to let that clock run out.
Because of the way that Brendan Lewis has played, you're the underdog here on the blue, I would have loved to see them go. Right? I'd love to see them to have a little bit more urgency because he's made great decisions. He's had opportunities to make bad decisions, and he hasn't made them. I would have loved to see them go, but I'm not mad at the fact that they're just taking it slow, letting the time run out, and being comfortable going into halftime with a tie game.
I'll be interested in hearing what Coach Pete has to say here at the break. The outstanding coach who helped build this culture is Sean Dollars. Takes the reception and hits the deck. As time winds down, and
they're going to get a timeout from Boise State. They want to get a return here.
Yeah, why not?
And maybe go after it, right? Maybe go after the punt and sell out to try to get this blocked and maybe sneak away with points before the half.
Clock operator, please put 5 seconds on the game clock. 5 seconds, please.
I think that's a smart timeout. I think that's really smart because now there's really no risk involved, right? You go for it, you try to block it, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but the punt is punted away if you don't block it, and the time just runs out.
Or maybe it's a poor punt.
Well, the time's going to run out.
Yeah.
Even a poor punt, I think 5 seconds is going to go off the clock.
Well, you give, as you said, if it's a bad shank, it could get out before we hit zeros.
Right. If it's bad enough.
I've seen some bad ones.
If you kick it straight out of bounds, you might have a shot here.
It's all about keeping that quarter-hour maintenance in the rating. See, you want to hold that audience for as long as you can.
Let them stick around for these last 5 seconds and see what happens.
I mean, I know that our guys, Bruce Feldman, by the way, of Fox Sports and also The Athletic, is in the studio this week.
I love Bruce. He's awesome.
He's got those. By the way, Genty is one of his freaks. His athletic freaks that he writes about.
Right.
Freaks list. He is unbelievable. Gillespie will punt it away.
It looks like they are going after it.
Yep.
Timeout, Nevada. Their second timeout of the half.
This is a very smart timeout by Coach Cho to make sure, hey, listen, we cannot allow them to sneak away and steal points before the half. We played a good half. We have to block this up, and it is imperative that we get this punt punted away, and we have to make sure we cover it.
Yeah, being conservative as they were does not pay dividends if you mess this up.
Yeah.
And you probably figured coming into this game it was going to take a lot of points to win.
Yeah.
And they did take the ball after winning the toss, which is abnormal. Normally, particularly when you're on the road, you like to get the ball to open the second half. Boise State will get it.
He's having the time of his life.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Ashton Genty is, I know, excited about the second half, and why wouldn't he be? That's when he really tore it up against San Diego State. Got about 150 of those yards in the second half.
Yeah, he just wears on you, right? He's a guy that you do not want to tackle all game. And the question for Nevada is, will you be able to just hit and tackle him the way you did this first half for the entirety of the game? That's always the question every single week, and no team has been able to do it.
They're bringing Lewis back out there.
Smart. Right, catch the ball, run around, throw it out of bounds, and make sure that you don't risk that punt block that I spoke about.
Get it down to double zeros. And they will. I'd say that upon further review, Coach made a really good choice there.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Speaking of those guys, let's get you to the studio. Mike Hill and the suddenly incredibly talented and talkative Chris Peterson.
I'm just telling you, there's a quarterback on the other side wearing number 2 that'll have something to say about it.
No doubt about that. Deuce is wild in this one because Brandon Lewis has been incredible. Dylan Riley lost the football. It's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. Still on the ground. And we'll be out of bounds, I think, at about the 3-yard line. Last, obviously, touched and belonging to Boise State, and they are so lucky here.
Yeah, true freshman mistake by Dylan Riley. He drops the ball there, and they, like you said, are extremely lucky. But if you're Nevada, you have to capitalize on opportunities such as this. Coming into this stadium on the blue, these are the plays you have to make sure you get a win. They missed an opportunity there.
I mean, they had 2 incredible cracks at it.
Yeah, and it looked like on the last one, it's trying to scoop and score. You just got to fall on that.
So from the 3-yard line, this is still an opportunity for Nevada. If they can hold them, they're going to actually respot this now at the 5.
Out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It's first down.
They're going to say at the 5. You see those last 4 possessions, and all of that coming, the majority of it coming after that turnover committed by Genty.
Yeah.
They were not the same offense after that happened. Bottled up this time, too. Let's go down to Josh Sims. Josh, what you got?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Spencer Danielson coming out of the half, and he told me, look, I like the way we started, but we need to do a better job taking care of the football. Uncharacteristic turnover from Ashton Jeanty. He said, let's see how he responds. One injury note, Alex Tubner, one of the defensive captains, out the rest of the game with a left leg injury. He's on crutches right now on the sideline, guys.
That will affect their dime package defensively. Pressure coming up the middle, and an ad-lib job from Madsen.
Yeah, they got a holding on the defensive back.
Yeah.
And the referee from the middle of the field, the back judge, throws the flag because he had the best view of it, and it's a good call by the referees.
Caples, the intended receiver. Keyshawn Cobb, number 5, the guilty party.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Well, the wrong time to commit this kind of penalty.
Yeah, you can see Cameron Camper, he's trying to come out of the break. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's Caples on the outside trying to get back to the ball. He clearly pulls him and restricts him from getting there. He doesn't like the call, but I think that's the right call.
I agree. Well, Choate's got to be thinking, what might have been if we had gotten that recovery 2 different times. First down 10 at the 20. Jeanty. Quick 10 yards. Well, maybe 9.5. They're marking a yard shy of the first down.
The question is, can you continue to hit this man for a full game, all 4 quarters? Can you continue to keep him in check? Obviously, we saw a week ago that they were not able to do it. And that's the problem. That's the issue, because he continues to get stronger and stronger as the game goes on. That's the challenge for Nevada.
Barbero was in there on the stop, number 32. Has been pressed into duty here and has played effectively for the Wolfpack. 2nd and 1, free play, why not? It's caught. Cameron Camper. A brilliant call on 2nd and less than a yard.
Cameron Camper, perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect throw, but this is what you get. You get one-on-one opportunities because of the talent of Ashton Jeanty.
And he took it in the face from La Barbera, too. Number 32 did Madsen.
Yeah, I mean, you got Ashton Jeanty in the middle of a Heisman race where we're going to throw the ball, where I'm going to be a guy that is a great teammate and stuff this to make sure that Madsen has the opportunity to make this great throw.
You're right. That was Crawford coming on a safety blitz, and he picked him right up.
I mean, you can't throw it any more perfect than that. The ball is dropped right in the bucket with the defender hanging on your wide receiver.
Target at the 28, 2nd and 6. Oh, a little play fake, and it's a beauty. Here goes the Mad Dog. And he ushers himself out of bounds untouched at the 10, a gain of 18.
Not only the defensive end, but also the outside player that will be responsible for the quarterback as well. They both go inside trying to make a play on Jeanty, and Mad Dog just sneaks around the edge for a nice gain.
So many of those yards come right up the middle for Jeanty. That time he was stoned at the line by Malotu Mao.
He's slow to get up there
with the stop. Number 9.
He's slow to get up there, but I think he's just tricking us, right? I remember Jim Brown. You know, I probably didn't know that. He always got up slow.
Barry did too.
Yeah, and you get up slow, and so they think they're wearing on you, and then when you hit them, it's pop, and it's no wear and tear at all.
A lot of people copied Jim Brown from generation to generation. O.J. Simpson did the same thing. Later, Barry Sanders did.
Are you surprised I knew about that?
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
A little historical nugget from. Look at him go into the end zone. Did he get there? They're going to say no. They're going to say just shy of the end zone at the 1.
Yeah, his knee goes down just before he plunges and leans forward, right? But this is a nice job. Naked bootleg. He gets on the edge. You're going to see that left knee and right knee going down just before he gets to the end zone. I think they could spot it just a bit closer, maybe by a couple inches, but that's a good call by the referees.
Dylan La Barbera has been outstanding.
You got a wide open guy at the bottom of your screen if they want it. They don't have a guy out there covering them. They're trying to scramble to get out there, and the referees hold it up because of a substitution.
Jeanty the lone setback. Got to be right. Got to be. Touchdown. I'd say he's got his mojo back.
I told you he was tricking us, Tim. Right? He's getting up slow, but he's got enough juice to have dance moves after the touchdown.
His 22nd rushing touchdown. 23rd overall. And they retake the lead.
Just get behind the big offensive lineman. No pullers, nothing. Just let your running back run behind and get in the end zone.
Well, a near disastrous start on the opening kick where the freshman Dylan Riley put it on the blue. But then they got a reprieve and took it 95 yards. Not a problem.
And he's got moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, baby. Fox College Football is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Well, Nevada could have used better hands on the kickoff. Poor Hunter Capico. He'll be seeing this in his dreams tonight. Number 47 had a great shot at it. I mean, a great shot right here. The ball squirts out, and then Daffin, 28, Torrey Daffin, who was very close to the sidelines, may not have counted even if he had come up with it, but oh boy. So they mark it at the 90, they mark it at the 5, and the answer comes quickly. A key connection to Caples or Camper that leads them to a touchdown drive of 95 yards. And let's go down to Josh.
Well, Jeff Choate told me at halftime, look, we came into this game overmatched. We knew we were beat up, but this is why you play the game. He loved the fight he saw from his team in the first half, but he said, listen, a charge is going to come from this Boise State team in the second half. We know how good they are. We saw that on that first drive right there, capped off by Genty. Let's see if Nevada can respond, guys.
Brandon Lewis has been doing that all night.
Yeah, he has, man. And it's been really impressive. And I talked to you about it before the game that he's really improved from a year ago, and he has been so steady amidst a lot of change in the tight end room and the running back room.
Brendan Lewis, what a story he's been. On a fly pattern. Oh, that should have been caught. Braham had it right in the breadbasket. I mean, you cannot drop it in the bucket any better than that. Irby was in coverage and was soundly defeated, and you gotta make that catch.
I mean, coming off the performance a week ago, 9 catches, 141 yards, you expect that he's gonna make that play. They have the perfect play designed versus the perfect coverage, and they are just not able to execute. But like we talked about, Brendan Lewis, he did his part. That ball is dropped in the bucket perfectly.
Cortez, outstanding recruit out of high school, a top 10 player. He normally reels that one in. Now they run option towards the boundary. Look at Lewis just kind of find a sliver, and you really can't get a good hit on him. Herbert Gumbs, 98. The nose tackle takes him down. I love the way he keeps from being hit hard.
You're exactly right. I mean, he just kind of slithers through, just turns his body just a bit, makes a guy miss, right? He just gets air, and he picks up a few more yards to set up this 3rd and short. Look at this. Whoop! Excuse me. I'm moving forward to make this 3rd and short.
Somewhere Chris Berman is smiling with a little whop. You do remember him, don't you?
I do.
I thought so. Little Brendan Lewis and Clark back in the day. That's what he would have said. Berman would have said Brandon Lewis and Clark. And that one's incomplete. Braham, the intended receiver. And they'll have to punt it away, and he's hobbling now. Lewis is.
2 golden opportunities missed. Obviously, we talked about on the kickoff, but also a big play down the middle versus the coverage. They probably worked on it every single day in practice this week, and it's just not a completion, and you do not want to see Lewis limping off the field. His legs have been such a part of what they've been able to do offensively tonight.
Gillespie to punt it away. This is a line drive variety. Caples, well, he's wrapped up and spins away, but he came right back to get him. Excellent coverage there on the special teams. Number 4 wrapping him up, Sean Dollars. Big time running back down there to make the play. Has him, loses him. A little stick to it in this. Sean Dollars for free, trying to rip it away. Fox College Football is sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Veterans of all military branches can join. What a moment. That team that won the 2007 Fiesta Bowl for Coach Pete.
And look at Coach Pete showing his teeth.
Hey, by the way, do you know that in their football facility, where we were having our meetings yesterday, there is an Emmy Award for most outstanding sports special given to Fox Sports, and they've got a replica of it right next to their Fiesta Bowl championship trophy.
Very, very cool.
Yep. Genty gets it out to about the 18-yard line. By the way, it was Keaton Crawford that made that play. In special teams, we want to get the right number 4, dueling numerals, which is something that I need to talk with the governors of college football about getting changed.
Hey, Tim.
When I'm the commissioner, that's the first move I make.
Yes.
No more dueling numbers.
I can't wait for you to be the commissioner, Tim. I bet you all of America can't wait either. But I'm really impressed with what Nevada has been able to do defensively, because this defensive line just is kind of makeshift. The linebackers, they don't have a lot of depth in it, and they're doing a nice job right now.
On 2nd and 10, flush it out to Genty. And this is something that he can do, too. I mean, he's just not a one-trick pony. That he can come out, run some wheel routes for you, be a safety valve on a check down. Jonathan Maldonado, number 95, makes the stop, and it's a first down.
Yeah, and I talked about it just before the half, that he was open a lot of times in those routes with the man-to-man coverage, and you saw an example of it there. He gets it, and he goes and gets a first down.
That ball's tipped into the air by Crawford, who was coming on a safety blitz. And
he said, "You're going to say my name." He said, "You're going to say my name," right? He made the tackle on special teams. It's the mix-up of two different numbers, and then he comes on the edge. He gets his hand on it, and he almost makes an interception.
He sure did.
Nice job of Mad Dog of getting that ball to the ground.
Sure did. We had dueling 4s again. Only this time it was opposing players going for the ball.
he was a little Destiny's Child there. Say my name, say my name. He said, "No, Tim, you're going to say my name."
That's pretty good. You actually got the name of the group.
Yeah, I like Destiny's Child.
On 2nd and 10. Yeah, you just look, every time he burrows inside the tackle box, you're thinking, okay, will he bust out of there? Stone Combs made sure that he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to continue to pound the football, but with all those guys in the box, all those white jerseys, as we have a player down on the field, they're going to have those opportunities to take the shots down the field to loosen up that defense.
Oh, boy. Hate to see that. He's in some pain. And we'll take a quick commercial and check on him. It'll be 3rd down and 10 when we return, so stay right where you are. Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve. As we went to break, we were concerned about the health of Gideone Tao, but he's okay. He was able to get to the sidelines under most of his own power. As we welcome you back here in the 3rd quarter, a 95-yard drive for Boise State to open after nearly a disastrous start, fumbling and muffing the opening kick. Gave them the ball at the 5-yard line. This is their 2nd series, and they face a 3rd down and 10 here.
And they have Camper lined up in the backfield, and now he motions out, and he's uncovered right now.
And a pre-snap flag, it would appear. Might be a false start. Or did we get a late timeout?
Clock never started on my ready for play signal. Clock operator, please watch my signal.
A faulty clock operator.
It's very clear what he wanted there. Clock operator, please watch my signal. I bet he got his attention now.
Sure did. Make sure, though, the clock is running when the opposition has the ball. That time it was not running on time when his own team had the ball. This pass is over the middle and picked again. Markers down late. Keaton Crawford with the interception. That young man's been everywhere tonight. Special teams, defense, and another flag is down. We got 2 of them on the field. So we'll have to check this flag. Well, that's Genty with a saving tackle down there, and he's a little hobbled getting up. Could be a double whammy if this play stands. That's the second time Maddox Madsen has airmailed a pass over the middle and turned it over against zone coverage.
It's a bad decision, throwing the ball in the middle of the field with the middle safety.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Well, a huge penalty here. Check this out in the middle of your screen.
And this will be his second infraction.
Keyshawn Cobb.
I don't like it.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't
either.
That.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think that's a bailout call there, and
Sure
Maddox Madsen is lucky to get away with that one.
Nope.
That's just a bad decision by the quarterback.
Breezy Dubar has come back into the game for Genty, who was nicked up on that play. And here goes Madsen, ad-libbing his way to the 46-yard line, a gain of 3.
As bad as that last decision was, that was an outstanding decision by Maddox Madsen. He gets in that play action. He sees that nothing is available downfield. They max protect it because he's been under some pressure, and they send 2 routes in the route. Too many guys back with white jerseys. Pull it down. Go get what you can. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Well, I really feel for Kane Ione, the defensive coordinator. You know, he's doing his best from a defensive standpoint to call these plays, and that was a phantom foul. Genty twirled down by Stone Combs again. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. He only picks up a yard. Had some help from Nelson Ropati and Combs. Get the job done.
Take a look at Ropati. Just get rid of the guard right away. Watch this quick move. Boop, gotcha. And now he's in the backfield before Genty can even get going. And even a talented running back like Genty can do nothing with that.
Ropati is a junior from San Francisco. A really raw talent that they're extremely high on. Boise's 3 out of 5 on 3rd downs. Madsen looking to load up. Now he's flush, lets it go. That was a bit of an RPO look, as it turned out, for Camper, but he airmailed it again, and it's 4th down.
And you can see the look on Camper's face. He is demoralized right now because he's wide open, and this is going to be a big play. Nice job by Madsen to find a way to get out, but you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
He's open. You got to give him something easy to catch. He jumps as high as he can, reaches, and he just can't get to it. And Maddox Madsen, he knows it. He knows that that's not a throw that he can miss in a game that's so nip and tuck like this one.
James Ferguson Reynolds to boot it away. Another line driver. Ashley. Hammered out of bounds at the 7, a 45-yard punt. -1 on the return. Well, there are a few people on social media that have said from time to time, your play-by-play man has been in that position, but I looked a lot better when doing it. Fans have 2 weeks left to win free Jersey Mike subs for a year. Text football to 567-827 for your chance to win.
Well, Tim, since I'm working right now, you think it'll still be available after the game? You think I could?
I doubt it.
So,
you think so? Maybe.
So you mean to say there's still a chance?
There's still a chance.
Let's go.
Sean Dollars in the backfield flanking Brendan Lewis. And he's performed admirably tonight. He really has. He's
after his 2 fumbles.
Yeah, 3 yards shy of a first down. Notriani, 53 with the stop.
One thing to look at and remember, Alex Tubner, number 34 in black. He is not out there. He's the green dot. He's the leader. And the coaching staff joke said he's been here for 37 years. That's the guy that's the catalyst on this defense, especially in the run game when he helps as that extra linebacker type in dime. He's not out there, out for the game. Something to pay attention to.
Oh, great penetration, but Dollars gets away. Still a tackle for loss for 2. Notriani again piercing through their 53, but he had a little help.
They've had success with this Q power. How do you stop it? You blow up the mesh, right? So you attack the mesh as quickly as you can, and so it forces a give read, and now you don't make the tackle, but you allow the rest of your teammates to come and make the play. Nice job by number 53, Marco Notriani, chasing the football.
Hassanin spun him, had that first contact to spin him around, and aid and abet the tackle by Notriani.
Single high, they're going man-to-man, they're going to bring guys.
Well, we'll see if this is an offsides or a false start that brought him over. Braxton Feely, number 90, penetrated through.
Offsides. Defense is in the neutral zone, causing a reaction. It's a 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Feely is the guilty party. Just anticipating the count here. A little hand signal by the center.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think the hand signal by the center did make him go off sides. However, that's a natural thing that you do as a center in a loud environment.
On first down, Lewis to Braham.
I mean, he just throws these field throws so routinely, and our partner Josh has more on that strong arm quarterback. Josh?
Well, guys, we know it was an up-and-down tenure for Brendan Lewis when he was at Colorado, and an up-and-down first year here at Nevada. And when I talked to him this week, he told me the biggest thing for him is learning he can only control what he can control, and that's getting into the room, learning his craft, getting better and better. And the biggest thing for him is the coaching staff has full trust in him.
He had no chance. That was Carl Durrell's team that he started for in 21. Lost his job in 22, and then when Deion left, he was gone. As Sean Dollars is spun down at the 33-yard line by Zion Washington.
And they've been in his face, hitting him every single play. And somehow, some way, he continues to stay poised. He continues to throw the ball accurately. And we showed his stats. Those are misleading, right? He has some balls that are dropped, and he just continues to come back over and over again. I'm just telling you, your team sees that, right? And they start to play for you. You're going to see this Nevada team continue to fight back as their quarterback continues to battle standing in the pocket.
Brendan Lewis is the 5th leading rusher among quarterbacks in the country coming in tonight. 2nd and 8. And they go option to the wide side of the field, which will get them in a 3rd and manageable. Shea Oladipo, number 23, the nickel coming up. He's got a knack to get to the quarterbacks as well, number 23.
It's in these nickels and these safeties. They are flying down to stop the run, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of run action at some point with a shot down the field.
It's a very important play, you'd think, for the psyche of this Nevada team to hang in. They're 2 out of 9 on 3rd.
You got one-on-one coverage down there, 6'6".
Over their last 6, Lewis calls his own number. I don't think he's going to get enough push to get there. He's not. They push him back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a 4th and short 2 yards. Notriani and Sheldon Newton, number 9.
Tim, that's the first call that I really, truly don't like from offensive coordinator Matt Lubick. His quarterback's playing so well. You've got one-on-one coverage. Give those guys a chance to make a play. He calls the quarterback draw, and it just isn't there. A nice stop by the Boise State defense.
Yeah, he's hurting, too. I know Josh will keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you want to take some hits off of him, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Guy Gillespie to punt it away. Latrell Caples back at his 20. He had to run after that one. It hit like a Mac Daddy wedge and went the other way, so the ball will be at the 27-yard line after a 34-yard boot. Tomorrow, we kick off another fantastic day of NFL football on Fox. Special 2-hour Veterans Day pregame show live from the Naval Base in San Diego. Then, Brock Purdy and the Niners to take on Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Our other regional action, it all kicks off at 11 a.m. Eastern on Fox. I know our NFL crew, Kurt Menefee and company, always look forward to the Veterans Day broadcast. McCaffrey may be coming back. We'll have to wait and see if that transpires. It sure would make life a lot better for Brock Purdy if he were to don the uniform again. Ashton Jeanty gets ahead for a yard, maybe 2, and we'll call it 2nd down and 8.
The reason Ashton Jeanty wears on defense is so much, how frustrating is it to hit a guy and it's always 1 more yard, right? Or 2 more yards or 3 more yards. It's got to be frustrating as a defender to know that you're in position, you hit him, and he continues to fall forward for extra yardage.
Only 16 yards here in the third quarter, but he's got 122 for the night on 23 carries. Madsen pulls it down and gets out to the 31-yard line. Stopped by Ropati again.
I would have loved to see Madsen get to that running back read, right? Get to that 4th read in the progression. You've got a running back who, when he catches it in space, is special. Give him that opportunity instead of you going and taking hits as a runner.
3rd down and 6. Maddox Madsen needs to get more accurate in this drive and on this play, and that one was almost picked. Well defended by Chad Brown. Fans wanted a interference. They're not going to get it.
And I think they're exactly right. Obviously, in the previous drive, we saw a phantom pass interference.
Yep.
But I think this time they have the right to be upset. This is clearly pass interference or holding, whichever you want. I think the ball's in the air, so it would be the pass interference variety. But I'm with the crowd on that one. That's a bad call. And you'd like to think it's not a makeup call from the phantom pass interference on the previous drive, but it's just one that the referees miss.
End over end punt to Ashley. And we've got a flag down around midfield. So we'll have to check on that. It was a 39-yard boot. I'd be interested in seeing how Brendan Lewis responds in getting back out there, and whether he's holding that arm or his hand again, a non-throwing hand. Quickly played third, that opening drive. The real key to this game was the missed opportunity on the opening kick.
During the kick, holding, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. It's 1st down, Nevada.
So that'll back him up to the 20-yard line. And that was a third quarter that just zoomed by. Genty had the first touchdown of this half after Cameron Camper made a big-time catch. And after that, the defensive teams on both sides have really ruled the day here in the second half. Lewis brings his tight end into a slot left. And a little curl pattern to Jaden Smith right in front of a Marion McCoy, a 5-yard gain. We're going to mark it at the 25-yard line. And we've got a close one going into the fourth quarter. Should be fun in the fourth, partner.
Absolutely.
All of college football awaits the outcome. Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Well, the fireworks is going. The celebration underway as we open the fourth. A game that is much closer than the fans and many of the experts thought it would be. Brendan Lewis trying to get this offense cranked up as we open the fourth. Hands it to Dollars, and he's stopped in his tracks by Andrew Simpson, number 10. He has 3 career interceptions to go with it. Sort of a hybrid weak linebacker position, or time to time nickel. They'll move these guys around from safety into linebacker from time to time.
There he is in the middle of your screen. He just watches, and then he shoots his shot. A very nice job of getting there. And he grabs the offensive lineman's leg as well, right? He's tackling everybody. A nice job by Simpson.
These teams in the Mountain West and at many of the Group of 5 levels, they all have hybrid linebackers, guys that are really converted safeties. And they are quick, lightning quick. That ball is flailing in the air. I think he was affected by the rush, and they are really fortunate that that ball was not intercepted.
Great job by the coaches on the sideline telling them to get on the ball, because even though the ball was dead, if they review it and it's a fumble, an immediate recovery would give Boise State the football.
His arm is really hurting. Now it was the left arm, now it's the right.
You can see Simpson's getting on the edge.
Oof.
Oof.
Virgin Morgan got his hat right on his elbow.
That looks like it does not feel good. I can tell you that for a fact. But the question is that a fumble? Because I don't think he has control as that ball is popping straight up in the air. I wonder, will they stop this to take a look?
Well, Claire Gossman to this point in replay has not stopped it. They're going to let him boot it away. Latrell Caples standing at his 35. These low punts are returnable. They put it on the ground again. And it is recovered one more time by the home team. That's Cole Miller, the safety, number 36, with the recovery. Our Pacific Life game summary sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 160 years. Genty has been bruising and battering, like that Kenny Wayne Shepherd song, Blue on Black, man. He's been bruised and battered, but he's getting it done. And then opportunities coming the way of Nevada. Genty has been saddled, with the exception of that drive to open the second half. Marcus Bellin, 18, has been a very effective weapon on offense to help keep the Wolfpack in this game. Madsen's pass incomplete.
And Boise State, they're fairly lucky that this ball doesn't end up in the hands of the Nevada football team. And Caples hasn't caught a ball today, and he drops that punt return. And like I said, very lucky to recover it. Crawford has been in the area of so many plays, tackles, interceptions, and some overturned. It's been a really good day for Crawford.
You can tell a team is 3-7 when they have that many opportunities at loose ball opportunities and can't get it done. And here goes Genty, doing what Genty always does. You miss those opportunities of turnovers, Ashton Genty will make you pay. Harnato runs him down.
Like I talked about, when it isn't blocked, he can make something happen. But when they block it up, it's going to be a big gain every single time. And I talked about it all third quarter. How many quarters can you continue to hit this guy? How many times can you continue to put your face on him and make sure that he can't have success? That's a big run there for Genty of 31 yards.
There's no doubt, as running backs go, he is a five-tool talent. He's got, I can't drive 155 now. Into the end zone, incomplete for Cameron Camper. Kane Savage, number 1, was back there with him, spelling Chad Brown at corner.
And he does a really nice job of staying with Camper, because that's a very nice move off the line. But he's in catch-up mode, and he's in position to make the play, and he makes a play on the ball. That's where there's going to be no pass interference call. An outstanding job. And think about this, Tim. For this Boise State offense, the receiving corps just hasn't been involved tonight. Caples, Strawn, Perry, 0 catches between the 3 of them. Caples obviously had 3 catches for 90 yards a week ago.
And Madsen hasn't been sharp either. Genty gets it to about the 24 before being pushed back. The whistle kind of came late. Now
the fans don't like him. I mean, they suplexed him, right? You don't want to see your star running back and Heisman Trophy candidate being lifted in the air and no flag being thrown. I understand why they're booing. Yeah,
Christopher Ross did that. And, of course, Boise State felt like they thought they had heard a whistle.
Yeah, whether it's a whistle or not, though, when you lift the guy up and kind of suplex him, that's a penalty usually. It's unnecessary roughness. It's not allowed. And the flag is not thrown, so you kind of understand why the boo birds are coming out from the home fans.
It has not been a referee's clinic tonight.
Ouch, Tim.
Truth is truth. 3rd and 2. Genty again has it to the 19-yard line. One of the things that broadcasters are taught to do, tell the truth.
Got to tell the truth.
If it's a good call, give them credit.
Absolutely.
But if it's a bad call,
got to let them know.
Give them credit.
Give them credit. Very good, Tim. That's another nice job of Genty pressing the hole, making sure he stays in there, and he picks up the necessary yardage. It just seems like he's always getting enough. He gets enough there for a first down.
This is really where he's tough.
Yeah.
He plants that foot and then makes those quick jump cuts. Back in the old days, they'd call them slide steps. They're now jump cuts. 176 on the night, and he'll get a breather.
Yeah, he just continues to be what he's been all season. He gets into the hole, and then it's all him. He finds his way through, and he just always falls forward.
That gives him 1,701 yards on the season total. And Dubar crashes ahead for maybe a yard, and that's about it. This is a huge series now for this Nevada defense. They need to try to at least hold them to 3.
And that's what Genty has done on this drive. 4 rushes, 52 yards. He's, like I talked about all game, wearing on the defense, right? Just continues to chugga. The Heisman train is rolling.
Indeed. And remember, Cam Ward took it on the chin today. That's an opportunity for Genty again. Madsen! Oh, did he get smashed? At the 2-yard line, 24, Chad Brown delivered the goods. To his credit, he just bounces right back up. Now, this is why the Mad Dog, Maddox Madsen, won't give up the starting job. That kind of courage right here to take this kind of blow.
Yeah, but Mad Dog, you've got to protect yourself. Right, there's plenty of downs. You've got Ashton Genty. Get down. You cannot continue to take these types of hits. But I'm going to tell you, as a quarterback, when you have the ability to run and you haven't played well in the pass game, you want to prove to your team that you're still the guy for the job.
2nd and goal. He goes under center here. That pass is picked off by Brown. Now, did he have it inbounds? He did. He did. Nevada staves off the scoring opportunity. And it's Chad Brown, who was all over Chase Penry, 13, that snares it out of the air. They're in disbelief.
You go power pass with kind of a throwback, tight end kind of hide, and it's just not there. Throw it over his head, out of the end zone, and live to play another down. Maddox Madsen doesn't do it there, and it's a turnover for this Nevada defense. Outstanding job of staying the course, weathering the storm, and an outstanding interception as we go to break.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years. A horrible turnover. Chad Brown. Now the question is, did he have complete control of the ball? They did look at it during the timeout.
Yeah, and the design of the play, right, is to have number 13, Chase Penry, in a position where he's delaying, and then
therefore it's an incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, he continues to bobble the ball, and we talked about it when we were in commercial. I think they should look at this, and they did. It was almost an amazing play, and Maddox Madsen once again gets away with one.
How fortunate have they been in this half?
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, the ball caromed off of the helmet.
Yeah, you see that little movement at the end as he slides out of bounds. Remember, you have to complete the process of a catch, right? So once he hits the ground, he has to hold it tight as he slides out of bounds, and it starts to move a little bit, and it's an incomplete pass.
I don't know how the side judge missed that.
Yeah.
He was right there.
Well, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. It looks like a great interception at first glance.
Well, from our vantage point, yeah, but he's right there. I mean, he was right there. I mean, I'm sorry. He was right there. But how fortunate, partner, have they been?
They have.
Boise State has been living on the fault line this entire half, starting with the opening kickoff of the second half.
Yeah, for Maddox Madsen, you have to settle down.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to be a hero. You have the best football player in America, possibly.
Let's see.
You do not have to be a hero. So if it's not there, throw the ball away and live to fight another down. And I would imagine this is a run play to number 2 in black.
Speaking of Mad Madsen, Mad Dog, You don't have to be a hero. That was Tina Turner in a duet in a movie, a motion picture. I'm trying to remember who was with her. That you don't have to be a hero. I'm trying to remember. Oh, well, 3rd and goal. Let's see what happens. Once again.
It's 2 and black is what's going to happen here.
Should be. And it is. And he scores. Touchdown. Don't give number 2 another crack. Flags are down on what is Genty's 50th overall career touchdown.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 77. That's his first short disqualification. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
It's the left tackle, Casey. You know, those offensive linemen love when you get behind them to make a play, but I'm sure there's a little extracurricular after the play. But there's the Genty Express just continues to chug along on his way to a possible Heisman berth. You saw the little scuffle there at the bottom of your screen.
That's when you know it's a rivalry game right there, right? There's some bad blood between these teams. Well, it has not been a work of art, but Boise State will take it. They want to see their position move from number 12 to number 10 or better. There you see the scoring drive. 10 plays, 62 yards. Most of it Ashton Genty's, and he caps it off. But what could have happened, coulda, woulda, shoulda, which when you're 3-7 and winless in the league, this is the kind of thing that happens.
Yeah, it's almost an amazing interception, but upon further review, it's incomplete, and then two, all aboard the Genty Express.
Well, he has certainly lived up to the advanced billing. After the penalty, they have to kick this off way back at the 20. Ty Woods is the single safety back. He's going to field this near the 20. Kai says bye. Wow, what a return. And we see this in the college game a lot. You get a penalty like that, backs you up, and then all of a sudden, look out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got really, really nice speed. He gets this ball and starts to wind it and just sift his way through as if he would as a running back. But a nice job of running him down to make sure he doesn't get in the end zone by Chase Martin, number 22.
Well, again, another tremendous opportunity given to Nevada to stay in this game.
Got to take advantage of it. They've had a bunch of opportunities in this game that they just haven't been able to take advantage of, and we've documented them ad nauseum, but this is another one. They have to find a way to not only get points, but go get in the end zone and keep this game within reach.
Well, as good as Genty's been, and he's been tremendous, right now this game belongs to the Boise State defense, and that's not surprising, as good as they are too, leading the country in sacks. Brendan Lewis is going to be in the whirlpool big time after this game. He's been banged up a lot. Here they come again. Slips away this time and unloads it. It's caught inside the 30-yard line by Cortez Braham. And they're going to spot it inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. So they get 5 out of all of that. And it's 2nd down and 5.
Another really nice job by the quarterback, Brendan Lewis, of getting out of danger, man. I mean, he's banged up. We've seen it. He's been hit, battered, and bruised, but he continues to play hard, find a way to create and make plays with his legs and his arm.
His preparation, according to Matt Lubick, is just incredible.
Safety down. You got opportunity.
Look out. A lot of options out there, and that crossing pattern's incomplete for Stewart. Now, this is the 4th-string tight end. They were down to this. They've got a converted defensive end, Chris Smalley, and that's about it. This kid was an original walk-on.
And they try to trick Simpson with kind of a throwback tight end outside, and Simpson is in the line of scrimmage being blocked. He sees him release, and he starts to chase him. A very nice job of staying disciplined and knowing your assignment.
3rd and 5. Lewis on a fade towards the corner, incomplete. And big-time pressure coming at Lewis again. That was intended for Jaden Smith. Amarion McCoy was right there with him, number 7.
Yeah, and he misses the throw, but it's because of the pressure. He just can't get to where he wants. He has what he wants, an outside throw, and a nice job of Jaden Smith. He leaves some space, but he can't throw the ball accurately because he's being hit over and over again. He's doing his best to stay in there, but he's tackled as he's throwing the ball.
Yeah, and that's Hassani, 91. He's been living right on the belt of Brendan Lewis tonight.
You got zero coverage. It looks like these guys are coming.
Against man-to-man. Crossing pattern caught. And down inside the 15 is Nate Burleson the second. Redshirt freshman, Newcastle, Washington, a gain of 16 and a first down.
A nice job of recognition by Brendan Lewis. The guys that were supposed to blitz, they try to drop them out and get underneath it, but he gets the ball there just in time so that they can catch the ball and pick up the first down. A nice job by number 12, Nate Burleson the second. You might remember his father, who had an extensive career in the NFL playing for my Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah. He ran that slant beautifully.
Perfectly, kept it skinny. You can tell he has a father that was a wide receiver.
Well, first down, markers down at the snap. Should be a false start.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yep.
It just continues to happen throughout this game, and you just can't do it, right? You continue to move forward, but you can't keep putting yourself back. And like we've talked about all day, unforced errors. They have to get rid of those if they want to win this game.
This is a proud program, too. To give you some context, Wolfpack coming off their worst back-to-back season since the 60s, 2-10 in each of the last 2 years. They've had noticeable improvement in terms of their numbers, but haven't been able to manage more than 3 wins. Better snap it. They just got that off. Pressure, and down he goes. They could have easily called too much time there, in my opinion. Max Step was right on Step, dragging him down with a shoestring tackle. Loss of 13.
And it's just relentless pursuit. He wins with speed and just chases one of the most talented quarterbacks with his legs in the country down and gets him to the ground.
Well, you say that, you have to mean it, too, because, as I mentioned, he ranks number 5 in rushing among all FBS quarterbacks coming in.
He's extremely dangerous with the legs, and everybody watching today can see.
2nd and 23. Line to make is the 2-yard line of Boise State. And it's definitely 4-down territory. A comeback route that is caught by Braham. Braham has been a favorite target. McCoy right there with him, only a gain of 4. So
Boise State defensively, they've given Nevada a bunch of man. They've given them a bunch of man opportunities, and now they've gone to more of a zone, right? So now you see those completions, and now you can rally and tackle, and that's what you saw there for that short completion.
So still 3rd down, a long way to go. 3rd and 17. Line to make right around the 2. 2.5. And they go to a little safety valve. Sean Dollars, and he makes it happen. Look at that. Very close to the necessary yardage. It'll be 4th and 1 for the first down. 4th and 2, 2.5 for the touchdown.
What an outstanding call by offensive coordinator Matt Lubick, understanding the situation, getting it to Dollars, and he is money as he gets as close as he possibly can without picking it up.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, you like that?
I like that.
You know who's got to be money here? It's got to be Brendan Lewis. It has to be his legs. He's done a nice job all day. I would keep the ball in his hands as you try to pick up this first down.
They go jumbo with an extra tight end. Dollars has the first down just shy of the goal line.
A really nice job. Allow your quarterback to make the decision, and he makes the perfect decision to get Dollars a first down.
And Jeff Choate really liked it. Sheldon Newton is down on the field in the end zone, number 9. Back up nose tackle to Herbert Gums. Fifth-year player out of San Jacinto, California. Well, I got a real kick out of talking to Spencer Danielson yesterday. He reminded me a lot of Dan Lanning. Don't you think? The same kind of energy, enthusiasm for the game?
Yeah, it was really cool watching him at practice too, and it was cool to see that he was down there with the offense for the most of the time. Right, he's a defensive guy. He was with the offense, just making sure that everything is in order as they come into this game. And it was a really fun conversation speaking with him. He's got great energy. He's young, vibrant, and a really good head coach.
And he was quick to point out all of those wonderful guys that they can turn to.
Yeah.
You mentioned the coaching tree here at Boise State. And he talks to Coach Pete once a week.
Yeah.
He's on the phone with Chris Peterson once a week. But he also has Dirk Cutter that he can turn to when he's not ready to elevate an offensive coordinator. And obviously, guys like Dan Hawkins, who helped get this baby started and originally hired Chris Peterson. There's Dirk Cutter.
The thing I took away the most was he's a guy that is self-aware. He understands and knows what he doesn't know, right? So he gets the appropriate people around him to make sure that he gets it right.
The ball's on the ground. Recovered by Boise State. Jeremiah Irby with the recovery, number 6, the cornerback. And I feel for that young man. Brendan Lewis. Never really had the football on the exchange. And this deep into the season, you just don't anticipate that.
I mean, he just turns, and Dollars just doesn't have his pocket open. It's almost as if he didn't realize he was going to get the football.
I'm with you.
That's his 3rd fumble. I would attribute that to Dollars.
Yeah.
And like you said, I feel for Brendan Lewis, but Boise State will have the ball when we come back.
The double whammy for Nevada is that the ball was ruled recovered in the end zone because it was right on the line. So it's a touchback rather than having the ball at the 1-yard line.
So unfortunate.
And so now Ashton Jeanty can just pile on the numbers, just feed and fan number 2 the rest of the way, right? And there he goes, ahead for just a yard this time. He started the night with 1,525 yards rushing. Here are the close calls for Boise State all night, living dangerously. And that might be the key to the game right there, the opening kick of the second half. Then they nearly fumbled the punt. Then this interception that was not to be after it was overturned in a review. And then it should be a one-score game until that happened when Dollars, once again, who has been fumble-prone and made mistakes in recent games.
Yeah, and today he has 2 fumbles before that.
Yep. Jeanty. And now he gets to have some yards against a defense that's got to be noticeably downtrodden, shoulders beginning to slump. When that happens, there's another big one in store. Look for another 45-yard explosive out of number 2 before this one's over with. 3rd down and a yard to go here. He's now tied for 3rd for Boise's single-season rushing record. And that gives him a great opportunity. That would put him right with Ian Johnson. I know you remember that name from the 2007 Fiesta Bowl win over Oklahoma. In the first half, he passed Cedric Minter. Mark Forsey. Here's Jeanty out of the cat, and I think he got there. Oh, wait a minute. They're marking him a little short.
Yeah.
Yep, he's a little short. Well, let's see where they spotted here, though. Stone Combs made the play. He read it properly. Oh, let's see. No, it was a left foot spot, not a right foot spot. So he's about a half yard away from a first down, and they will no doubt get rid of it. Timeout taken, however.
Yeah, I think they're going to talk about it. I'm just telling you, Tim.
Yeah.
This is about as risky as it gets. I've got Ashton Jeanty on my team. I'm going for it.
Would you really?
I'm going for it.
Would you?
And that may be why I'm up here, right? But the way he's run the football and the way he's fallen forward, every single time. I think that I trust that Ashton Jeanty can go get 1 yard, or not even a full yard.
Well, with 3:35 to play and 4th and inches, it would be a huge roll of the dice. Now, I realize the riverboat gambler in you from being up here as opposed to down there.
Yeah.
And with a running back like Jeanty, I get it, but it would be a difficult pill to swallow if they didn't get it.
Tim,
they're going to punt it away.
Just telling you, there's a lot of people around the country that are thinking just like me and saying, there is no if. Ashton Jeanty's getting an inch.
No, I hear you. I do. Ferguson Reynolds will boot it away. Averaging just under 44. That's end over end. And it gets a Nevada roll and will rest at the 36-yard line. Fox Sports proudly salutes our nation's veterans and the organizations that serve them every day. Our veterans deserve to live with dignity and independence, not on the streets. That is why we are making camo our cause this Veterans Day in support of the Honor U.S. Vets campaign. Post wearing camo on social with hashtag Honor U-S-Vets and visit go.fox/US Vets to learn how you can help and end veteran homelessness. For all those, I'm a son of a father that was in World War II, and we thank all of you for your service. Lewis, at this stage, trying to again make anything happen, and this kid is special. Yeah. I am very impressed with him. That's Marshawn Brown, number 9, with his first reception of the night.
I mean, he continues to make it happen. There's nothing there. He's getting chased, and then he sees his wide receiver racing to the sideline, and another really nice throw to pick up a first down. And we talked about the opportunities that Nevada has missed, but how about the 2 turnovers, 5 penalties for 55 yards to go along with all those missed opportunities that, you know, like we talked about, you got to feel for Brendan Lewis, who played a really nice game.
You do. Pulls it down himself, gets it to the 35, again, mostly on his own, just reading the pressure. No, Triani hauled him down from behind. It'll be 2nd down and 6. He's 16 of 24 for 152. He's also rushed for 32 and under duress. Even that pass was affected from the oncoming rush of Hassanin. Pass was intended for Nate Burleson. Virgin Morgan 5 and Hassanin have just been all over Brendan Lewis tonight.
They're like the Bash brothers.
They are.
And not just Brendan Lewis. They've been all over quarterbacks all around the country. Every single time they play a game, coming into this game, 7.5 sacks for Hassanin and 8 sacks for Virgin Morgan. 8 tackles for loss for Virgin Morgan, 8.5 tackles for loss for Hassanin. So they've done a really nice job all year.
We've not seen the best of Boise State offensively tonight. I think we have seen a typical defensive performance, though. That pass is caught by Smith, and it's a touchdown. Just as I'm complimenting the D, they get the touchdown to Jaden Smith. That was a marvelous route right out of the slot position. And suddenly it's a 1-score game.
One of the most difficult routes to cover, the slot fade. And when you're 6'6", you have a lot of space to run away, and this ball could not be thrown any more perfect. Jaden Smith for a big-time catch and touchdown.
His 5th touchdown of the season. Kian Efrete with the extra point. And all of a sudden, with 2:19 left, this puppy is not done yet.
I mean, just take another look. Remember, he's been hit all day. Stands in and just drops it in the bucket. And when you're 6'6", man, I'm just telling you, that ball comes down and you get a chance to see it and touch it first.
And now that decision to not run Jeanty on 4th and inches comes back into the mindset, does it not? It does.
Yeah.
It does. I'll give you credit for that. I will.
Because I'm just telling you, if you break their backs right there, I don't think that they're going to have as much motivation, right? Jeanty's going to continue to roll, but you give them that hope, that glimmer of hope. And with a guy like Brendan Lewis, who continues to play poised. And I don't know how he's doing it. I'm just telling you.
Me either.
He's been hit way too much, but he continues to stay steadfast in his technique and his fundamentals, and he makes that perfect throw, and this game is not over just yet.
All he wants is one more opportunity. Just give me the ball one last time. We'll get the hands team ready here. Nevada has used a timeout, so they have 2 remaining.
I honestly would kick it deep. They've got the 3 kind of.
Here it comes.
They touched it prematurely.
It looked like they touched it about 9 yards rather than 10, didn't it?
A flag did not come out, though.
No, and I'm not shocked by that. But the chances of this being recovered were dimmed by a good hands team.
Recovered by Boise State, first down.
This is great work on the hands team here.
Yeah, very nice job. It's clearly
had it. It was touched
clearly
prematurely.
touched prematurely before
no doubt
10,
about it.
But a nice job of recovering the ball because the flag wasn't thrown.
No, Tyler Crow, who was used quite a bit a week ago in that San Diego State game. He's a 6th-year senior out of Nampa, Idaho. Played at Skyview High School. He just made the most valuable play of the night.
The reason I was against that onside kick at that time is because you have 2 timeouts, but with the 2-minute timeout, you effectively have 3, right? So you could just get a stop and get the ball back.
Oh, Gente, they were ready for him there. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Ikahihifo, Henry Ikahihifo, number 0. Rush end, 6-year player out of Lancaster, California, met him head on. They got him there, but all night long he's been dynamite. He is some talent.
Such a vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Check it, yeah, check it, check it, yeah.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. And by Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Well, that last run for a 5-yard loss for Ashton Gente dropped him from potentially being the 2nd single-season rusher in the history of Boise all the way back to 4th. He is moving in on that. You would think that he would get the ball again here at 2nd and 15 after that 5-yard loss. And there he goes. I'd say he got it back, wouldn't you? Keaton Crawford made a lot of plays defensively, but that one will probably be the last one that's needed to be made. And Ashton Gente is now officially number 2 in single-season rushing leader yardage all time, passing Ian Johnson. And he is, without question, our power player, sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Yeah, and he's been built to serve, it seems like, since birth, to serve his teammates. He has been a tank all day. Almost fumbles that one there, but he holds on. I mean, he's been so impressive to watch. Just under 200 yards here, 6 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. And it's been a grind, right? They've had a ton of guys in the box. They've committed wholly to stopping the run, and he still finds a way to go get what I anticipate would be 200 yards on the day.
He's 99 yards away from Jay Ajayi's record of 1,823, who is the single-season rushing leader. He just passed, as you mentioned, Ian Johnson at 1,703. Ashton's now at 1,724 on the season. And he again flanks Madsen, and Madsen's going to pull it down himself. He gets it to the 30-yard line, and now they got to call timeouts. And they'll only have the 1 remaining. Ashton Gente decided to stay here, and a lot of people thought, why wouldn't you go someplace else, make some money? Here's his
Walking
answer.
out on everything that we built, I just couldn't see myself doing that. Money is great, money is cool, but a legacy, an impact that lasts forever.
Listen, this is a young man that when you look at his bio, it says from Jacksonville, Florida, which is true. That's where he came from. But he was raised in Italy and Spain. His dad in the Navy was at a naval support base in Italy, and actually Naples, 15 miles north of Naples in Aversa, Italy. His dad, Harry, a Navy commanding officer, relocated there prior to his 7th grade year. And that's how he learned to run with patience, playing with a number of other kids whose dads were all in the military. On 2nd and 7, here he goes one more time. Inside the 20 to the 19. His closest rival when he was in Naples, the Naples Wildcats, was 9 hours away.
I love to see Ashton Jeanty get on the edge. He's been exceptional all night. He goes over 200 yards, and he's at 210 to be exact tonight. I mean, such a nice job of him staying the course, but I saw a perfect example of it a week ago, and when I had a conversation with him at practice, I just wanted to know, what is it about your upbringing that allows you to be so selfless?
Yeah.
And he said, man, I got all these siblings in my life.
Right.
I had to share growing up all the time, and everybody eats is the motto he lives by. So it doesn't matter who gets the credit. He just wants everybody to eat.
Our producer, Jake Jolivet, asked you in our production meeting earlier today, how many is he going to get? And you said 212. You missed it by that much.
Yeah.
2 yards. 2 yards from 212.
We can't all be perfect.
Well, I'm convinced. Let me tell you something about Boise State. It wasn't their best effort offensively.
Yeah.
Madsen struggled tonight some. The receivers were not as much of a factor as we thought they might be.
Yeah.
Jeanty was delivering the goods, but was sideswiped at one point by injuring his left arm and fumbling the ball. But this team can go to the playoff, and I'm going to tell you, they can win a playoff game if they get there.
I mean, Tim,
no doubt in my mind.
You look at a game and you say, yeah, they kind of had a hold and bottled Jeanty up, but he's got 200-plus yards.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
They are physical enough to match up with a Power 4 team because they can always rely on the run.
Yeah.
And they could pound it.
There are things that they still have to shore up.
Yep.
And you know, some things that they need to block a little better, right, when you go up against those bigger defensive fronts. And Madsen has to play better. He cannot make those mistakes and compete for a championship the way that you think they can. However, if they shore those things up, this could be a scary team in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the secondary depends on the front seven